This is the BCMM network. The following broadcast is solely for the enjoyment and entertainment of our audience. This is the Blue Collar Minutemen Show.
Welcome back to the Blue Collar Minutemen Show. We're just a few guys who are trying to help make this country great again. Bill, how's it going?
Fantastic.
Yes.
Great outdoors.
Yes, it looks like you're enjoying a great time. Before we get started, happy Father's Day to all those dads out there. And Bill, let's not forget our ones who are deployed right now, who might be out of the country.
That's true. A lot of dads and a lot of sons are deployed right now, so don't forget them when you're thinking about people on Father's Day.
Yep. And speaking of which, this my nice Springboks shirt is what I got for Father's Day because, like I said before, I kind of given up on American sports and started watching rugby. It's actually not very bad. Oh, Justin couldn't be with us today. We're sorry about that. He's actually lost his voice. So we hope he
too much.
What's that?
He yells too much.
Yeah.
You think if I had his job, I'd be yelling too.
Right. Oh, but Bill, a lot of stuff went on this week. A lot of stuff still going on. Let's kick this thing off. What do we got at the top of the list, or what do you want to start with?
I guess we're going to start with January the 6th. Let's take it back to January the 6th.
That's a good place to start. Of course, we all remember January 6th. And of course, Trump had a peaceful rally. A lot of Trump supporters there. But what else happened that day? That was
apparently somebody infiltrated and attacked the Capitol. If you listen to the news.
And if you listen to the news, they were all Trump supporters. It was Trump-led raid on the Capitol.
Yeah.
But you had a friend who was there, didn't you, Bill?
Yeah, I did. And from what they're saying is if you were at the Trump rally and you heard what Trump said, there's no way you could have made it from that rally over to the Capitol in time for that incursion to happen. You couldn't have been part of that group.
Right.
Made it over there.
Right.
You couldn't have done it.
And even the video and everything that they started showing us, we didn't take it at face value. We were kind of investigating, just wondering what happened. I mean, me, you, Justin, we were kind of just like, well, what in the world happened? And then as evidence started coming out, we all started kind of thinking, this seems like a setup. And then, now that we've said that, we might, what's come out now?
Well, it appears that more and more evidence is coming out every day to show that this whole thing was set up by the who? The three-letter alphabet.
FBI.
That's the ones. Yeah, those guys.
Those
guys. I mean, what? I mean, okay. What has transformed them from America's #1 police force to now just setting up patriots? What has gotten into them that has transformed them into this?
I don't know. I mean,
it's got to be the leadership.
Well, it does have to be that. And once again, Bill, it might seem like conspiracy theory, but we had Tony on last week, but we did a show where Tony was saying all of this stuff started back around time of the hippie era in the early 60s with Berkeley and all of those different colleges. We talked about how this socialism Marxist movement got started. And all of those same people are now the ones we got in leadership. So it still begs to differ, though. How did it get so bad?
Well,
And
I mean, if you watch any of the videos,
Mhm.
no one stormed the Capitol. They were pretty much let in.
No,
Okay. No
Yeah.
one had guns. Only the police had guns. And incidentally, only one person got shot, and that was a Trump supporter by the police that was on duty.
Mhm.
So how can you say this is anything other than a setup?
And you know what else? Because of the blatancy of the actions that were taken, and we're sitting here saying it's a setup, Putin basically came out and said there was something wrong with it, because if you saw Putin's interview or talk with Biden, Putin basically asked him and said, whatever happened to the girl that got shot over there?
That's
So-
when that's the same time when he's talking when Biden's telling Putin he needs to light up on political dissidents, let
Yeah,
them out of jail and this kind of stuff. Well, gee, they've had these people from January 6th locked up in solitary confinement.
yes.
So he needs to practice what he preaches.
I was going to say, Bill, most of our viewers may not even know about that. How many of them was it that they're holding? Is it 14 or?
It was more than a dozen, and they're being held without bond in solitary confinement. And for what? What did they do?
Right. So once again, folks, we're giving you the information. We're telling you to look it up yourself. I mean, this is as real as it's getting, and it's about to get even more real.
It's getting more real when the president of the United States tells you to tell on your family members and friends
Oh God.
if you think they've been radicalized. And what they mean by radicalized is if they're Trump supporters or right-leaning people. Remember, we read that list on signs that they're radicalized. And number 3 on the list was if they are Black and conservative, they've been
Yeah.
radicalized.
Oh, that's me.
No, come on, people. Talk about persecuting your political rivals. This is no better than Nazi Germany or the Soviet Union.
Exactly. At least Putin has the decency to give you the reach around. I didn't mean to say that. Forget. Well, it's still true.
We're living
Military.
in some hard times.
Yeah, it's I really feel for our country. I feel for the people of this country. But I mean, this
But
is
even
not-
even Congressman Louis Gohmert from Texas,
uh-huh.
he stood up on the House floor and says he believes that FBI agents and other federal agents instigated the January 6th attack.
Oh, I don't think he's wrong.
I don't either.
I don't think he's wrong, because didn't Tucker Carlson do a blurred?
Yes. What about Tucker? What was Tucker talking about?
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. For you, all those y'all who might watch Fox News, Tucker Carlson did interview some
Possible.
yeah, they're naming them now as possible FBI agents, not confirmed. But these 3 agents sat down with Tucker Carlson last week and basically said the whole January 6th incident was staged by the FBI, which we kind of had our suspicions back then. And I know a lot of people did too. And they were labeling everybody as conspiracy theorists. But it's starting to come out. This house of cards is starting to fall for the Democratic Party. And I'm just telling you this, whether you're Democrat or Republican, what they're doing up there right now in Washington is wrong. This is a free country, and we should be together in unity to make things better for each of us versus being at each other's throats because that person's a Democrat and that person's a Republican. We've got a bigger problem, and it's the snakes are running the country.
Exactly. It's I mean, like I said, all the stuff during the 80s and 90s that I was trained in the military to stop is now here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no other way to put it. It's just downright communism.
And they don't even seem like they care right now. Every politician up there in Washington makes people out to be, if you're white, you're a racist. If you have to give reparations to black people.
Oh. As Camilla said, she can't be held responsible for the fact that her grandparents owned and sold slaves. But because I'm white, I can be held responsible for my ancestors.
And
she actually said that.
Yes, she did. She did say that. That has gone across the internet like wildfire too. If that's not one of the most racist things to say, and I don't care if she is Jamaican, because she really ain't black. I don't care if she's, Jamaican or whatever. That statement, that statement in itself goes against everything that America is supposed to be and that has been fought for up to this point. And because of the color of her skin, you should not just take it as face value, and no one should.
What do you think about the Senate and the House making a holiday out of the day that the Republicans freed the slaves?
You would ask me about that.
That's the day the Republicans freed the slaves from the Democrats, and it's also the day that the Democrats founded the KKK.
Wait a
minute. The Democrats are taking credit for this holiday, aren't they? But I mean, the first Republican president and the first Republican House freed the slaves. And right after they were freed, what did the blacks in Texas do? They founded the first Republican Party of Texas.
And they were black.
Yes.
And there's a photo with them with the American flag.
Yes.
But
this is going to be tainted by a Democrat trying to take credit for it.
And I shouldn't feel this way, but because of the way the Democrats are pushing all of this stuff on to us, I really feel like this was a, quote, spontaneous holiday, which means
let's please some people real quick.
Yes. I mean, it's just spontaneous. It's like you're just sitting at your desk working along and everybody goes, oh, today's Professional Donut Day. What? Yeah, it's Professional Donut Day. We just made it up. Not saying that it didn't happen. It did. But the way that they're pushing it on the American people, that's what I feel isn't right. I feel like if that was something that they really wanted to observe as a day, then it would be something that would go through deliberation, it would go through different states, it would go through different governors of each state as to what they got to get feedback. But instead, here's a holiday and you accept it.
And the thing that gets me is I was just reading in Illinois, they had several big cities in Illinois, to include Chicago, had massive parades Friday. But at the same time, they canceled the 4th of July parades because of fear of COVID.
Oh,
Okay, does that make sense?
no.
Okay, we can't have a parade, but we're going to have this one anyway. Either there's one or two things. Either they don't care about the people that celebrate in Juneteenth and are going to let them go get COVID and whatever, or they just don't want to have the 4th of July.
You know, that actually could be their plan.
Yeah, one or the other. It has to be.
The way that it's been going right now, I see Cobra Commander sitting back going, yes, let them gather. They will be unaware of the gas that we put out upon them.
Exactly.
I watch too much TV, people. But with the, you know, like you said, Bill, that day signifies the day that in Texas slavery was ended.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't have.
That represents the day they were found out. Slavery.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
It got ended over here on the East Coast long before that, but it took them that long to ride out to Texas to tell them.
But yet the Democrats had a hand in it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
they fought against it. That was their hand in it.
Yeah, and another thing, Bill. Another thing. Still, Black folks don't want to believe that the freed slaves were Republican.
Or that the Republicans freed them.
And it's written down, and you just said it, that they started the first Republican Party of Texas.
Yep.
But hey, as long as the government's giving money and giving them a place to live, whatever.
Nobody studies history anymore.
Yeah, nobody reads history anymore, and the schools aren't teaching it.
We're doomed to repeat it.
Oh, that reminds me. I want to mention this too, Bill, kind of going backwards a little bit. You know, when you were talking about Biden wanting people to turn in their neighbors, also a part of that radical idea is anyone who goes against that critical race theory.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
If you fight that critical race theory, you're automatically a, oh my goodness.
You're a dissident.
Yes. So is anybody getting the idea now and seeing what's going on? I'm pretty sure Hitler started doing the same thing. But,
yeah. But since we don't read history, we don't know that.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying, wake up, people. You all have got to start telling people, and that critical race theory is just what it is. It is a theory. It is nothing that is set with any factual.
Not a very good one either.
No. And kids should not be taught that. That is the worst thing to ever come along. Only thing I got to say about that, Bill, is those parents who are out there fighting it, you all stick together and you all continue to increase your numbers. Did I say that? Mm-hmm. You all continue to stand together. How's that? You all continue to stand together, be as one. Oh. But Bill, what else do we have going on?
Let me look at our notes here. Well, get this thing to open.
Oh, while you're
Oh,
looking at
yeah. Well, yeah, it's thing we were talking about. Uh, if they came up with a cure for cancer,
that,
okay, say they came up with a vaccine that would cure cancer, which is still one of the leading causes of death in the United States. Do you think they'd be giving that away for free or giving you a free donut to go take the cure? No. That would cost you thousands of dollars to get that vaccine or that shot. You know what? Something ain't right with them giving you a donut to go take this shot, or if you're in Colorado, you get a free joint, you know. And the country is still under 50%. Biden says we have to be at 70% by the 4th of July. We're nowhere near it, and we're not going to get near it either. 60% of the country still is unvaccinated.
you know, it kind of makes me wonder, what is he going to do if by 4th of July it's not where he said it was? I mean, I'm just throwing this out there. Is he going to put troops on the streets, go door to door? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me because they've gone this far with everything they've done.
Okay, I'm looking here now. The country as a whole are at 42%. They ain't gonna make no 70% by 4th of July. That ain't gonna happen.
It's too close. And majority of those people still only got half the shot.
Yeah,
A lot of people haven't taken that second one.
only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 states have made it 50%. I bet you can't guess what those states are.
New York,
Yeah,
Indiana, no, let's say Michigan, New York. I'll throw Oregon in there.
no, actually Oregon, yeah, but not Michigan.
Not Michigan? Wow.
Michigan's only at 42%. New Jersey's at 50. Virginia, Massachusetts, Washington State, and Minnesota. That's it.
The rest of the interior is like, hell no.
Hell no.
That whole vaccine, we found evidence about it. We talked about the Wuhan lab, about the virus. We know now that it was, which once again, we were speculating that months back. And here we are. So I'm not saying we're predicting the future, and I'm not saying that what we are saying is the gospel, but like I said, Bill, this vaccine. Are you there?
Yeah, you cut out for a minute.
Yeah.
I still had your voice, but your picture went away.
Yeah. This vaccine, if it was worth anything, you think they'd really give it away for free?
You think they'd give you a donut to go take it?
Or give you a gun in some
Okay,
cases?
well, you know, this is what don't make sense to me. One of the major health concerns in the United States is obesity.
Mhm.
Right? So we're going to give you a donut to go get the shot. Okay, that makes perfect sense to me.
I'm telling you, these guys are killing me, man. Everything they come up with every day, every single day.
How are we going to get through this? How are we going to live through this? Is Trump coming back? What's the deal?
Well,
We've seen he's having his first rally in Ohio.
yeah.
About this month.
Now, you had mentioned something before we got on here too about, here we go back to these ballots again.
Let's go back to Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona.
Arizona is now down to investigating the paper. Not only have they found all these fraudulent votes, but now they found even more evidence because the paper some of these ballots are printed on are plain old Xerox paper that is in any office.
Plain old paper.
And that's not what the ballots are printed on. So apparently they're finding a ton of ballots that had just been Xeroxed off, filled out and sent in.
Well, that's not suspicious at all.
No. Oh, the dog ate my real ballot, so I just had to make a new one. Yeah.
Yeah. See, this is what I'm saying. Even though Arizona is finding all this stuff out, you're not hearing this on the mainstream media.
No. You have to go to the Arizona, the website in Arizona to get any news at all on it.
And the amazing thing, Bill, is like I was saying, they technically, I guess, don't even care. They've got big tech, the media, all behind them to stifle the flow of information to the American people.
Yep.
And it's like, well, we don't even care. It's not going to matter. We're going to tank this country here in just a little bit as fast as we can.
It's like, they don't even have to worry about Putin because I know he doesn't seize it. Hell, they're destroying themselves. I don't have to do nothing. I sit here and wait to pick up the pieces.
Yeah. Why don't you tell the American people how our great illustrious president gave away some tactical information to Putin?
Okay. If you're talking to someone who's supposed to be your foe, why would you hand him a list of 16 places you don't want him at? Now, for you that don't understand what I just said, if I've got 16 little things sitting around my house that I don't want nobody to touch because they're valuable to me, and I come out and I tell you where these 16 places are, I just told you where all my precious stuff's at. So if you attack me, that's probably going to be the first thing you attack, is those 16 places I told you not to.
We have got the dumbest president in the whole history of this country.
I can't believe it. I mean,
Bill, what it says on your hat says it all. And of course, my military background, they all talk about OPSEC, operational security. You can't let anybody know where our stuff is. And
you can go look anywhere, but don't look at these 16 places.
I think Gomer Pyle was smarter than that, Bill.
Yeah. He made it too basic.
I'm telling you, we got a bumbling idiot up there. I don't know what 16 places he named, but I'm at this point, it's like, well, I know what caused it now. It'd be him.
Yeah. We start seeing our infrastructure blow up. Hey, well, we know where it came from.
And that's who the swamp wants up there as president. Bill, did they ever give him like his security passwords to get?
If they did, I'm sure he don't remember it. He's probably got it written down somewhere and he has to hold that card up.
Jeez. Knowing him, he probably, get this, Bill. He's probably just like, what was it, President Stroob in Spaceballs?
Yeah.
He's like, what's the number? What's the password? Or no, it was the king. He's like, what's the password? He's like, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. He's like, so the password is 1, 2, 3, 4? Yes. They got to keep it simple.
Yeah, I gotta keep it simple. It's a sad day.
I just had too much fun with that. Oh man, where are we at on time?
We are at about 35.
Okay. Well, that was a lot to go over.
Hmm.
I mean, we hit about everything from the past week. Do you have anything else, Bill?
Well, I just, I sit here and I think every day, I mean, where did all the really smart people go? Are they, do we not have any anymore? Because I mean, we had to have some smart people to build planes, build, tanks, build all this stuff to win a world war. We had to have really smart people to do all this stuff. Where'd they go? They're definitely not living on the East Coast in Washington, D.C., that's for sure.
No. It's a good question.
I mean, did we all just give up? It appears that way.
Right.
I mean, why is everybody agreeing with all this stuff, watching your freedoms disappear, watching and being called a dissident because you believe in the Constitution and freedom? When did that happen?
Good question.
I don't know the answer. I mean, it's like, I know you served, Justin served, I served. We didn't serve to go make money.
No, that ain't it.
Yeah. We served the country because we loved it and we believed in it. What happened to that? I mean, now half your military is being called dissidents because they believe in freedom. I just don't get it.
It's a sad day.
Yeah, there goes a PC sheriff's office.
Did a nice cameo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill, I don't know. Every time I think of all of this stuff, I can't help but think about, did you freeze there, Bill?
No, I'm just listening.
I tend to think about, Captain America, Winter Soldier with the whole Hydra,
Yeah.
Cut off one head, two more heads come out, Hydra infiltrated the entire SHIELD network and was right there ready.
Uh-huh.
And this literally feels like the same thing, education, our infrastructure, energy, big tech. So I'm not saying, though, I'm not giving up, Bill, by no means.
I'm not giving up.
Because we can come back, but it's just going to take all of the Americans.
It's going to take everybody waking up.
Yeah. You're exactly right. Gotta wake up.
That's all I got.
Well, I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, this video, if it's on YouTube or Rumble, share this video, like it, subscribe to it. That way you get notifications on new ones that come out. And like I said, share this with some of your family and friends. Maybe they can hear something we said that might ring a bell in their head, But we're also on Spreely, MeWe. We're on Facebook as BCMM on Facebook. We've got, what else we got?
What page?
A page at the bluecollarminutemen.com. I need to update that again. And also our email address, which
we need to thanks.
Yeah, BLU collarminutemen.com. If you go to our website, there's a link on the website to get to our email. That'll be the easiest way to. I
And
thought
we,
about
we,
that.
we definitely need to update that email address to a Proton.
Yeah, I think I'm going to work on that here. Well, I won't do it today because it is Father's Day, but I'll do it tomorrow because my family's got something planned. So
It's my anniversary today too, so I got some
hey,
things to get done.
well,
That's why I'm camping out.
I don't blame you. Well, Bill, if that's all I've got, that's all being said. Thank you all for joining us. You all have a great weekend. And as always, God bless you all and God bless America.
God bless.